Taba, the Pure Land, the place of migration for the Honorable Prophet, peace be upon him, and his abode. It is the first city of Islam and the cradle of faith in times of adversity. The best of men in faith and deeds, the most perfect followers of divine guidance, and the most upright of those who came with the truth sent by God walked on its soil, our messenger and his noble companions. A prayer in its mosque is like 1,000 prayers in any other mosque, with the exception of the sacred mosque of Mecca. Journeys are taken towards it, and being next to it, it is the most coveted residence. The best in goodness is the one who perfects his neighborliness within it, and the loser is the one who intends evil within it and strives towards misguidance. Medina's sanctuary is between two mountains, Mount Air and Mount Thor. No blood is to be shed, nor a tree to be uprooted, nor game to be hunted within it. A place of safety and tranquility for all humans, trees, and animals. Medina is an ancient city. Its roots are firmly planted in Islamic history. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, came to it, he witnessed its dwellers as enemies in constant conflict. But God brought their hearts together and guided them and united their cause upon the truth behind our trustworthy messenger. The pages of its history are pages of our glory and bliss. From the time that our Prophet, peace be upon him, immigrated to it, it has been the core of the nation and the capital of the hearts. The hearts yearn for it, and the swords defend it. Here our history began. Here our mission of inviting to Islam gained strength, and here our days filled with prosperity. Its greatest events serve as beacons in our lives, for it was the Battle of the Trench that resulted in the establishment of power and the transformation from weakness to strength. It was then that the Muslims in Medina turned from the conquered to the conquerors. Medina remained the capital of the state during the period of the Rashidun Caliphate, specifically during the reign of rightly guided leaders, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman. When the leader of the believers, Uthman, was murdered and the leadership was given to Ali, the situation changed and governance was shifted from Medina. Despite changing conditions, Medina continues to remain a focus of attention and a desire for souls. It is cared for by all eyes and hands and lives, and wealth are dedicated to it. Its mosque continues to be looked after, renovated, closely guarded, and attended to. The sites and landmarks of Medina are not mere rocks and dirt, but rather its history and glory, its feats and battles, its eternal stories that will never be erased, even if its ruins fade over time and its structures change. Medina's first mosque of the Prophet, from which light radiated that illuminated all corners of the world. It was a simple building, the walls of which were made of clay bricks, the pillars of palm trunks, and the roof of palm branches. Around this mosque, the first generation of those who bore the legacy of Islam lived. It was from this mosque that flags of battle were raised, and armies that shook the thrones of Caesar and Khosrow were dispatched. In its midst, delegations of tribes and ambassadors of kings were received, and in its courtyard, Muslim affairs were decided. The Prophet's mosque today is much larger than it used to be then. It spans over 98,500 square meters. This mosque has continuously been cared for by Muslims and their political leaders throughout the years. At a short distance from the Prophet's mosque, you are met with another smaller mosque to which our messenger would go every Saturday to pray. That mosque is known as Quba Mosque, the first mosque in Islam. The famous Al-Baqi Cemetery is located to the southeast of the Prophet's mosque, wherein many early Muslims rest, including the Prophet's companions from both the Muhashirun, the Meccan immigrants, and Ansar, the local Madanis. The Prophet, peace be upon him, used to frequent this graveyard and pray for its people. In one of the corners of Medina, you will find its most famous mountain, the mountain which used to love our Prophet, and our Prophet, peace be upon him, loved it. It was in front of this beloved mountain that one of the most famous battles of Islam took place, a battle in which Muslims were severely tested and afflicted. That towering mountain is known as Mount Uhud. It lies at a distance of 4 kilometers from the Prophet's mosque. There is a graveyard near Uhud, in which some of the best and most noble of companions who achieved martyrdom in that battle rest. May God be pleased with them. O you who loves the messenger of God, O you who wishes to have accompanied him, sat with him, and satiated your soul's thirst through the fountain of his pleasing character. This is the purified city of Taba, Medina, his place of migration and his residence. Visit it, roam around within it, fill your eyes with its beauty, and take lessons and admonitions from its history. O people of Medina, pleasing is a life in your midst, for you are the neighbors of the best man to have been sent to all nations. You experienced paradise in close proximity from the source of revelation, signs, and wisdom for all eternity. May God increase its purity and honor, and glad tidings to the one whom God grants residence in that noble neighborhood.